Hello all, welcome back to our channel. As many of you know, our family is preparing for a big move from the USA to the Philippines in about a year or so. Today's video is all about one of the biggest decisions we're facing. Keep building the house we have in the Philippines to live in, or should we rent first? Or just buy in another area, I should say. We're going to walk you through our thought process, the pros and cons, and how we are weighing our option. So if you have ever thought about moving abroad, especially to the Philippines, this is one of the most important choices you'll make. Now, when you move to another country, finding the right place to live is one of the biggest factors in how well you adjust. For it's not just about having a roof over your head, it's about finding a home where your kids will feel safe, where you're close to family, friends, and where you can live comfortably without overspending. You also have to think long term. Are you staying permanently, or is this more of a test run? These questions really shape whether you should rent or buy. Now, let's start with the renting. Renting is the safer, more flexible option. It allows you to get a feel for the area before you commit. In the Philippines, rental prices vary a lot depending on location. For example, in Manila, condos and apartments can range anywhere from 300 to 1,000 a month depending on size and location. In smaller cities like Davao, Cebu, Iloilo, you could find nice homes for 200, say to 500 a month. And in the provinces, especially rural areas, it could be even less. For you as a family, renting gives you time to figure things out. If you don't like the area, you don't have to deal with the property maintenance right away. That responsibility um, usually falls on the landlord. So you don't have to worry about doing the maintenance and being stuck in an area where you're not really satisfied, at least in the beginning. But the downside, money doesn't build equity. It's money that leaves your pocket every month. And if you rent in busy areas, prices can climb and landlords might not renew contracts. Now, let's talk about buying. Owning a home can give a sense of stability and security, especially if you're planning to stay long term. Property prices in the Philippines are much more affordable compared to the US. A modern three-bedroom house in a provincial city might cost anywhere from 40,000 to 70,000, while in Manila or Cebu, prices can be much higher. But here's the tricky part. Foreigners cannot technically own land in the Philippines. So make sure if you are buying, you stay on top of one of these situations, knowing that you could not own the land. But if your wife is Filipino, you can put property in her name, which is a blessing. Yes, that gives you options. Yeah. Thank you, honey, my Filipino wife. Buying means no more monthly rent, and you could design the house the way you want. But on the flip side, it's a huge upfront investment. And once you buy, you're locked in. If you end up not liking the area or decide you want to move closer to family or friends, selling the house isn't always a quick or easy to do. Another thing to think about is hidden costs, property taxes, repairs, renovations, and utilities. Buying is great if you're settled. but it can be risky if you're not 100% sure where you want to live yet. And don't forget, location is really everything. For you, the big question is, do you want to be in the city or do you want to live in the province? City life gives you convenience, malls, hospitals, schools, and job opportunities, but it also comes with traffic, pollution, and higher living costs. In the province, it's quieter, cheaper, and closer to nature. Your kids could grow up in a slower paced environment and you will save money, but then you'll be further from big hospitals, international schools, and major airports. So location really plays into the rent versus buy decision. If you're not 100% sure, renting is different in different areas for 6 months to a year might be the smartest way to test the waters. Like before you really do the long swim, just, put your feet in the water a little bit to see if you really like that area or want to stay in that particular place. So if you're thinking right now, your plan should be to rent first. That way you can experience living in the Philippines or other places without locking yourself into a long-term financial commitment. I guess it's somewhat like a relationship. You start off, it's looking good, but then 6 months to 8 months to a year, not so good, and you're like, oh boy, how can I get out of this? But anyway, I digress. Um, let's go. Without locking yourself into a long-term financial commitment, you should probably start in that area close to family or friends, then explore other options once you settled. After about a year or so, if you feel confident about where you want to live long term, then you'll consider buying or even building a house. That's what you should do at that time. This approach feels like the best of both worlds. Flexibility first and then stability later. So this is the thought process. Renting versus buying in the Philippines or elsewhere. What do you think? If you were moving to another country, would you rent first or buy right away? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And join us on this journey as we prepare for our big move to the Philippines within a year or so. We're still doing the financial thing, the planning, and the decision making. So we thank you, as always, for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Please be blessed. Take care of you and your family, and thank you for enjoying the video. If you did, bye now.